You ever thought about starting a YouTube channel but felt unsure? Here's why 2024 is the perfect time to start. Today, I'm going to share with you some good reasons why 2024 is the perfect year to dive into the world of YouTube. And trust me, you definitely want to watch all the way on this one. So YouTube is absolutely on fire right now. All right. The platform just keeps growing and it's actually showing no signs of slowing down. Okay. So when it comes to YouTube's expanding influence, did you know YouTube's user base has been skyrocketing over the past few years? I'm talking billions with a B, okay, of daily active users. All right. That's ridiculous. Now, what's even crazier is that YouTube's reach is actually global. So there's people all over the world watching, and they have the opportunity to watch you every single day, right? And I already know you're probably thinking, well, isn't YouTube super saturated, or how can I stand out if it is, right? But the good thing is YouTube doesn't care whether you're big or small. Like, their whole goal is to try and keep people on the platform as long as possible. And so even as recent as this week, they are still talking and sharing that they are pushing out brand new creators to different types of home pages, whether you're new or huge or small or been here a long time, to give you the opportunity to get clicks, to get views, to get new subscribers. Okay. So they're doing the best that they can. All you have to do is get out there. So as long as you're making the best content that you can possibly make, you will have a shot at doing something big, even with the amount of people that are creating for the platform already. No, it's not too late. Okay. And I want to be clear. Yes, it's competitive, but that also means that there's an audience out there that's actually waiting to find new content as well. So yes, there's a lot of creators, but there's way more people who are looking to watch. So you still need to get out here, become a creator, get on the other side of YouTube, because with YouTube's growing audience, you have the potential to reach millions, and it has never been higher than today. It's a reality that there's a way more viewers than creators. All right. And I'll say it again. There are way more viewers than creators. Now, going over to the creator side. All right. Well, now you're talking about the career opportunity, and let's talk money. Okay. So look, YouTube is not just a hobby anymore. All right. It's now a full blown career opportunity if you play your cards right and if you actually want it to be. Now, you can still do it as a hobby if you want, and end up lucking up to the money. But, I mean, listen, there are so many ways that you can make money on YouTube, from ad revenue to sponsorships, even selling your own merchandise, all right? And they make this available within the platform. So they're trying to make it as easy as possible for you to be able to make that money. And there are even other different income streams like super chats or during live streams or channel memberships. It's like opening up multiple faucets of income, and it's all done through the same platform of YouTube. All right. So even myself, through one of my YouTube channels, I did 6 figures that still has less than 10,000 followers today, through affiliate marketing. And I wasn't even using all of the things that you can do to monetize that comes with having a YouTube channel. And speaking of that, if you're new to having a YouTube channel, you have the option to join our Cash Creator community, where you can learn all about making money on YouTube through affiliate marketing. And here's the thing. I know you're probably wondering as well, can I make money doing this? And I'm telling you this, there are countless creators who have turned their YouTube into profitable businesses. Because at the end of the day, that's what it is. And it does take effort and it does take time to build, but the financial potential is absolutely there and it's absolutely worth it. All right. So imagine turning your passion into a full-time income stream. And it does not have to take forever either. Now, obviously, it's not all about the money. YouTube can also help you grow on the personal and the branding aspects as well, right? Like, you can dive in on the production side, like making the videos, editing them, all of that stuff to get them right. And at the end of all that, you have new skills that, by the way, not only can they not be taken away from you, but you can use those to make money as well. Like, there are people who have no clue how to create videos, but because you've been putting in the work and, making these videos and then editing them for something totally different, now you have these new skills that you can use and make money. But also you get to go back and look at something that you created and you had the thoughts to make. You now are looking at it, you edited it. It's pretty cool and surreal to look back at. And now I will say, the process of creating content can be super fun and creative if you like it. Now, if you don't, you can just pay somebody who does, and then, they actually love doing it, and then you still get the benefit of watching what you made. So now let's move on. Balancing creativity with professionalism, it can be challenging, right? Like, you want to be yourself, but then you also got to maintain a certain standard as well, right? Like, you can't just be out here wilding all the time, all right? Like, sometimes, all right, but not all the time. But over time, you'll learn to constantly evolve and improve your content. And as you get better, you'll get more subscribers. You'll have more people who know more about you. And they're going to want to be a part of what you're doing and that journey, right? And you're going to love every step of the way. But the only problem is you got to start. So in order to get good, you have to start, right? Developing the skills not only advances your content, but it does boost that professional profile as well. One of the most rewarding aspects of YouTube is building that community, right? So building a community around your content is an incredible experience. I honestly don't know how else to put it. Like, your viewers can become your second family. And if your first family is a little shaky, they can take some of those slots too. No, I'm just playing. But seriously, the social benefits of it are huge. Like, being able to engage with your audience can be really fulfilling when you're going live, and then you have people who are interacting with what you're saying and, commenting back, and you can go back with them. And it's really electrifying to be able to do that for real. Like, and then even on the IRL side, right? The real side, I went to a conference for a space in one of my other channels. And when I say it's a different feeling, like, when you walk through the room and people are coming up to you saying, "Hey, man, I can't believe you're here," or "Yo, what's going on, Trey?" And they feel like they know you, and it's because they kind of do, right? Like, people are watching you in a very intimate setting in their home. Like, most of the time they're at home, maybe while they're in the bed or on the couch, on the toilet sometimes. Like, that's an intimate thing, right? So they feel like they know you on that intimate level. So when they come up to you and it's like, "Yo," and they kind of know almost everything about you, it's because they know quite a bit, right? For them to come up and say, like, "Yo, your content really helped me get to another level," or "it got me past certain things," like, that's a great thing to hear. And it's great to let you know, like, "Hey, you're doing something good. Keep going." Right now, with that being said, the initial phase of growing can be tough. I'm not about to sit here and lie to you and say right out the gate you're gonna have like 1,000 true fans and all these people passing out like Michael Jackson concerts or something like that. Like, I'm not about to say that. It does take some time to really gain those first few subscribers, like that first 100, right? And keeping them engaged and all that kind of stuff. But over time, trust me, once you start building momentum, it becomes a lot easier. And it's almost like that thing where when someone sees someone on the side of the road and they're pushing their car, they're more willing to stop and try and help push that car with them, instead of the people who just sit on the side of the road. They don't get out of the car. Like, they're not going to get a lot of help unless they call somebody. Right. So the more information you put out is engaging and that can help them, that's the more people that's going to come through and then like how you deliver the content, and then stay. And ultimately, you never know who's going to come to the channel. Right. Like, you might have people who are already in that industry already and they're higher than you, or like, they have more years than you, or maybe some that don't know as much. But it's all different levels that can come in and check out your content. And then depending on what space you're in and who you make content for, that will make that difference. but you ultimately could form connections with individuals that could lead to incredible collaborations and opportunities just by being in a space and sharing and getting out there, right? So putting yourself out there, people will find you. Now, how do you actually get started? Let's break that down a little bit as well. First, you got to choose a niche or niche. You know exactly what I'm saying, right? Find something that you're passionate about and that you have some expertise in that people also have questions about. And when I say you have some expertise, like you literally could just be one step ahead of them in your teaching, right? You don't have to know it all before you get out there and start helping others. You can teach what you know, and you'll be surprised the amount of people who actually need to hear that, and they're looking for that exact answer. So literally get out there and think about those three circles, like that interlock, and it's like one center out of the three, and that's the red hot spot. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm looking crazy right now. That little diagram thing with the two or the three circles. If you know what that's called, put it in the comments. I cannot think what it's called, but the center of that, right? That's the sweet spot. Something you're passionate about, something you have expertise in, and something that people actually have questions about or want to learn. That's where the space that you want to be in, that you won't burn out in, and that's where you want to be making content. So just do a little research on market trends and the audience preferences, because that's going to really help in the long road, like the long haul, in setting up your channel for success. Okay. And then now, as far as overcoming fears, and the fear of starting, like, I know it can be scary to put yourself out there. The fear of failure or criticism is real. Like, I really believe they said that people would rather die than to literally do public speaking in front of a large crowd. Like, is that crazy or what? But the craziest part about that is you're not really in front of a large crowd, even if you are, right? It's a real intimate setting between you and the camera. And if you can imagine yourself helping somebody, like a friend, right? Let me get in here. Like somebody who's really looking to get some help, and you can get out of yourself, right? The only reason that you don't want to do this is because you're thinking about you and how you're going to look to you and how you sound to you. If you can get out of self, you can actually help somebody who really needs the information that you have. And the only way to do that is to push through the fear. So you got to just start. Right? Take that first step and everything else will fall in place. Right? It's almost like the story of the thick fog. Right? Like, if you're outside and you're in thick fog in the evening and you can only see 10 feet in front of you, well, the only option you have is to walk that 10 feet. And when you walk that 10 feet, you'll be able to see 10 more. Right? So it's not about knowing the whole thing and seeing the whole thing. It's about working with what you have and doing the best you can with that, and then moving forward from there. So, starting a YouTube channel is easier than you think. And with the right steps, you'll be up and running and going in no time. So let's recap. YouTube is growing like crazy. All right. The financial opportunities are huge. You're going to develop amazing skills, and you'll build a fantastic community all at the same time. Plus, starting is easier than you think. And if you start now, you're setting yourself up for incredible success as YouTube continues to grow. All right. So, what y'all waiting on? Like, go ahead and get started, right? Go ahead and start your YouTube journey now, and let 2024 be the year that changes everything for you. All right. And trust me, I'm not sitting here trying to scare you or, get a little tactic. Like, if you don't start now, you'll never get in. It's too late. That ain't me. That's not my style. There is always a will. There's always a way. There's always something you can do. But what I am saying is that if you have something in your heart and you know that somebody else doesn't, but if they did, it could really move the needle for them. If you have that information and you're hoarding it, shame on you. All right, get on out there. There are people who need to hear that. And I'm telling you, it's better to get started now than to wait a few years down the road and look back like, dog, I wish I would have started 5 years ago. I'm telling you from experience. Okay, like this is the stuff that happens because you realize that everything that you want is on the other side of starting and helping others, right? Like you have goals and dreams that you have out in front of you, and you know that this is the route that's going to help you get there. You can't sit on the sideline and just sit there and wait because time is passing by. Not because it's going to be too late. It's a whole lot of room to grow on YouTube, all right? YouTube is still relatively young in the grand scheme of things, but you got to get started, all right? So let's drop your goals and the things that you have in the comment, and I will make sure that I get back to you. This YouTube platform is growing. There's never been a better time to start. And so your future audience is waiting on you. Like literally, there are people right now saying, YouTube, man, it's boring. I'm sick of looking at the same people. And it's all because they're waiting on you to get on it. And the sooner you get on, that's the sooner they can find you and become a subscriber and be in your corner and having more fun on YouTube. So yeah, get out there and make 2024 the year that you launch your channel. And if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, do all the good stuff. I'll see you in the next one.